Hi, welcome back to the channel and some more Star Citizen Universe news. Now the big news this week is the release of 2.6.1 on the PTU, which is actually available for everybody to download and try. Now it's pretty stable. Obviously there's a few bugs and glitches which will have to be sorted before it gets a live release, but there's nothing major there, so I anticipate that it will go live fairly soon. Now behind me you can see the F7CM Super Hornet. Now this is the Super Hornet we've had in the game for a while now, but it's basically had a makeover at the front end to bring it into line with some of the more recent ships in the game. Now in Around the Verse this week, Sandy Gardner was joined by CG Supervisor Forrest Stephan. Now actually Forrest told us what he's working on at the moment. He's actually doing a lot of work on holographic displays for Squadron 42, you know, for in-game briefings, for the actual computer monitors, and he said these will actually eventually work their way into the PU. Now also in Around the Verse, Jake Ross reported from Austin on what's going on in that studio. Now Jake showed us a new shopping interface, and this is going to be used obviously in shops, but will also be used in the PU when you're going to repair or refuel your ship. I must admit I really do like the look of this new shopping interface. Now he also showed us some of the animations they're working on for the female avatar, and he also showed us some of the ships that they've been working on. We've already seen the F7CM Super Hornet, but they're actively working on the Cutlass as well. Some of what Jake Ross talked about is also in this month's monthly report, and there's actually a video on the RSI website within the monthly report which shows some of the updated schematics for the Drake interplanetary Cutlass. Now, as with a lot of the older ships, CIG have had to put in a lot of work to bring the Cutlass up to date to fit into the current ship pipeline. Now this is new for the Cutlass, this side opening door. Now I can't wait to actually get my hands on the finished version. Now the rest of Around the Verse consisted of part one of a quite a long report on the ship pipeline. Now basically it just shows us how efficient CIG now is at actually making ships. Now we've already seen the updated Super Hornet, but there are some other new things in 2.61 which was originally supposed to be just a bug fix, but there's some changes to some missions in Crusader which I'm going to have to check out at another time. But the most important change is regional servers. Now I'm not sure this is going to help with my rather poor Star Marine play, but you never know. Perhaps I may well turn into the next Jack Frags, but I severely doubt it. But basically my ping was significantly improved, and my guess is that the Amazon data center for Europe is in Germany, because I was getting a ping of around 40, which I used to get back in the day when I used to play Battlefield a lot on German servers. Now one of the things which has made it into the 2.61 PTU release is the single player version of the Mega Map. Now this is just a system where you can load into the game quicker, and as you can see I've just loaded into my hangar in, well, a rather short space of time. Now that also works in the single player Arena Commander, and it will be implemented for the rest of the game with the next 2.62 release, I believe. Now this week's Happy Hour was presented by Disco Lando with Tyler Whitkin, and their special guests were well-known streamer Bad News Baron and special guest, writer of Squadron 42 and chief lawmaker Dave Haddock. Now, Dave Haddock answered as many questions as he could without obviously giving away any Squadron 42 spoilers. But one interesting thing he talked about was that for 3.0, they're aiming to have mission givers like, well, what we saw in the demo last year with that Miles Eckhart fella. Now, they've said that they've got to have quite a few mission givers, and they've also got to have them fit in with all the different locations which will be in 3.0. Now, the monthly report is out. Now, it's a pretty long read, but well worth looking at if you've got the time on the RSI website, of course. Now, I did pick out a very interesting snippet of information in the Foundry 42 UK section of the report, and it basically said that they're actually building the Reclaimer, and they're very far along with the Miss Prospector. Now, this week Citizens of the Stars featured the Nubifier. Now, the Nubifier's YouTube channel really contains some great videos where he actually jams as much information as possible into, well, as little time as possible. It really is well worth checking out if you haven't already. And finally, I'm really deeply honoured to be this week's MVP. It really has made my day. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, and also it will help the channel a lot if you could subscribe. So until next time, wherever you're watching out in that big universe, you take care. And I'm off to get some Star Marine practice.
Control point lost.
But I think I need a better gun than this. Bye for now.